Right, that should be live. I'm just checking,
Video.
including audio.
Yep.
Yep, there we go. My beautiful voice is there. Right,
Oh
dude.
god. Oh, you hear my
Let
fucking
me
shit
copy the
voice.
link.
Wait.
Says the Dutch dude. Okay, man. I see you. Alright, hang on. Let
Oh.
me post this. So, come on.
Wait, if I whisper, can they still hear me? Like this?
Yes.
Alright. I mean, that's better then. Alright.
Yeah, as long as I can hear you in the party, you'll be picked up on the stream.
Oh yeah, true.
Alright, so. Yeah. Cool things. Cool. Post the link.
Cool.
We should be getting people in here now. Or
Huge.
should be.
Wait. Can you post the link in the TBM thing?
Yeah, of course I can.
Huge.
General. Command V. Bam! SIF versus Demented. Live. Casted by the best players in the league. Alright, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Pog champ, dude.
Poggers.
Alright, I got a message from Demented. Ready? Yep. Alright, so.
Right.
Welcome to everyone live and anyone watching the VOD afterwards.
Hell yeah.
We have got two undefeated teams. I say that like they're both 1-0, but they both won their first game 4-0, so neither has actually... Wait, Ocean is spamming me.
You're trying.
Dude, it won't let me log into that account, Ocean. Like, I tried it a second ago. It won't let me log in. It should be hosted, though. Hang on, I'll try it again. We'll see. Wait, Demented got beat by RK? What do you mean they got beat by RK? That's not in the standings. What? Hang on a second. It says they're 4-0.
Let's
Is
calm
this week
fucking
3?
down.
I thought this was week 2. Hang on, I'm confused. Technical difficulties, boys. I think it's fine. It should be hosted and stuff. I think someone's on the account, Ocean, because like it let me on and then it went off again. So I assume someone's using it for something. So it won't work. I could try and just straight copy. Maybe I could swap it over.
Wait, you
No,
need
I'm
to
not
switch
signed
on
into the
Twitch
XOL
account.
account. Yeah, I think Ocean wants me to stream on the XOL Twitch, which is what I tried to stream on originally when I was having those problems earlier. I think... Who is Navis G? That is a good question. Let's have a look. Who is Navis G? He is a private profile player. So... Either way, we're just going to proceed anyway. Alright, so quick talk about these teams. So apparently Demented, I know they won their first game 4-0, but I'm being told that they got beat by RK recently. So it'll be interesting to see how they play in this game, just to kind of rate them right now. Alright, thanks, Epic. Great comments. In the Twitch chat. And then Salmon Flames are... they haven't lost a map yet, I'm fairly sure. H-Bomb is one of the strongest DPS in the league and for sure a contender for MVP. At the end of the league, he'll be one of the favourites. And George is also a very strong DPS player. We do see some cheesy strategies from them sometimes. they'll combine and do like Sim-Torb sometimes for a bit of a meme, but it'll be interesting seeing how seriously they take this game. I think it should be quite a close one, so I imagine.
I want to see the Battle Mercy come out.
Whip out the Battle Mercy real quick. I rate it. Yeah. I rate it. I believe Gherkin is Salmon Flame's main tank. Private profile. God damn it, Gherkin. Right. Topple the Mic. We got any news from you? I didn't realise Topple the Mic was a Mercy player. Or Moira player. So we've got 2 Moira mains. And a private profile. And the 2 DPS players. With another Reinhardt. So maybe Jaybird's the Reinhardt player. Or maybe he's the off tank. Honestly, I'm confused at this point. I'm pretty sure Gherkin's the main tank and Jaybird will be the off tank. But it's okay.
It's alright. It's alright.
It doesn't appear that there's any Shadow Burner. No, he's not in the spectators or anything currently. I imagine both teams are currently okay with not having like phase Demented, spectate only Demented, because Salmon Flames is also in both spectator slots, so I don't think there's any need to worry about that. Neither team is going to be cheating. Like they're well-respected organisations in the league, so we don't need to worry about that.
Nope.
I doubt they'll have team comps going through. So, first map, Hanamura, 2CP, everyone's favourite. I know everyone was very excited to hear the new map was also going to be 2CP, Paris.
Yeah.
So,
me included, of course.
of course, 2CP. The best game mode in Overwatch, dude. For sure.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
So, we have seen some cheeky plays from Salmon Flames on this map before, using a sim on attack for first point to teleport straight onto point and take the brawl there past the choke. We'll see if they pull something out like like that again.
This map goes with sim. It's actually quite decent. Teleport straight about. Put on TP. On high ground.
For sure.
And
so it looks like from Salmon Flames, who are attacking currently, we have a Rhine Diva comp with a Moira Lucio and Shimada Brothers as the DPS. Interesting that H-Bomb's not on the Genji. I do know his Genji is pretty strong. It looks like George is going to try and show us what his Genji's made of. And on the defense, we're going for a Mei strat. Mei Junkrat, so double projectile, expecting a heavier comp here. Though, it should be interesting to see how these match up. It's fairly even composition-wise, so we'll see. The backline is a little greedy from Demented, playing Zen Anna. We'll see if George lets him get away with it on that Genji. As they come through choke. Jaybird just peeking top window. It is Gherkin on main tank. Wall is messed up. We'll see if we see a quick engage here. Looks like they're in no rush. Gherkin has been trapped. Bubbles come through. Toxic does pick off Horrible. Top of the Mic gets frozen, but doesn't get killed. Navis just misses it. Picks up the kill later on. Charge comes in from Gherkin. Doesn't get anyone. He's weak and antied. We'll see if they can punish him here. Iron Crawler just take down Gherkin. As the defense look to stabilize, Genji still on the high ground. Jaybird goes down. Defense still looking to stabilize. H-Bomb missing Storm Arrows on Crayola, but he doesn't see he's there. Can he pick off both supports here? Looks like the Zarya's come to peel. He does get both supports, but does get picked off. We'll see if Salmon Flames can regroup quickly here.
This has been a scrappy fight for sure.
The 2 DPS's trade. Very scrappy. Riptide comes out to just hopefully get a pick. Oh, huge fire strike by Gherkin, saving his team there. They will be looking to speed boost to get in on their man advantage right now. Wall does slow them down. Supports are coming back with the Reinhardt. We'll see if they can delay. Blade comes out to secure this fight. They commit trans into this, which is an interesting decision from Demented.
Yeah.
There's the Reinhardt hammer at each other going through. This should be Salmon Flames' point. And while they did use trans, Demented do have 3 ults online for next fight, so Snowball isn't on at the moment.
They could have staggered that now for Snowball though.
For sure. Missed opportunity there. H-Bomb gets rid of the trap coming through window.
Yeah.
Looks like they're pushing straight main with speed.
Iron has a graviton for
Demented
sure.
with a clever wall. Drops it though. One in the grab.
There's the graph.
Doesn't finish.
They nano the
Dragon comes
grab.
through to secure. 3 picks go in the way of Salmon Flames. 4 picks, 5 picks. It's a full team fight once the Junkrat goes down.
Here comes
Riptide comes out, hoping for a desperation to just try and turn this point. Let's see the true power of 2 CP spawns on second point here. See if they can get the recontest. Anna touches, big sleep on Jaybird, does get woken up, bomb comes off, Blizzard comes out. It looks like they will have enough to stall out point 2.
They will have this point. They will defend it.
For sure, dude.
Oh yeah. Marker's shadow for
Picks
next
coming
fight.
out here. Opting to swap to the Doomfist May. A little bit more synergy on their part. Running the Ryan Zarya as well. Probably a more traditional team composition from the defense.
Doomfist,
on
Doomfist in
offense,
2019. Is this? Cool. Oh, he switched to the
2019.
McCree. He switched to the McCree. That's a
Does
very
get
good
frozen,
choice.
but will survive. And Navis gets picked off. They'll be looking to aggress quickly here as Blade comes out. Just gets pinned off high ground. Looks like he's messed up his
C9.
Blade. But big shatter comes through and C9. I didn't even spot it. Do you want to just update me on what happened exactly there? Because I missed that completely. I wasn't looking at
Yeah,
at the
they
point.
just ran to point. They just ran to point and just C9'd it. It happened so fast. It just went to point.
Oh,
and
fair.
That's
Did
it.
you get 3 on point? Just ended
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
Fair enough,
pretty
dude.
much.
Fair enough.
They just speed into point and just
C9.
kept it.
Answering some questions in chat. Casting, it is Fishfacedgecko and wait, what account do you want me to name you by? Rapid Fox, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Or Epic?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so Rapid Fox or Epic,
Yeah.
depending on what you know him by. Rapid Fox plays for TBM. He's a DPS player. Not as good as me, obviously, but he's alright. Yeah.
For sure. You're the real player.
Alright, so it looks like we are seeing H-Bomb on the Bastion for defense, which is interesting. Running Roadhog instead of Diva with the Bastion, so maybe not full pocket and playing completely around H-Bomb, but we are running the Orisa, so it should be interesting to watch that. Interesting that Jaybird's now playing main tank and Gherkin's the off tank. I assume that's just because Jaybird has limited time on Roadhog, because looking at his profile, he was a lot of Diva, a lot of Zarya,
Also,
not too much Roadhog. So.
I see the combination of Bastion with a Moira instead of a Mercy. This is interesting.
Yeah.
Too.
It's odd.
You don't
Usually
have
you
the
do want
res.
that damage boost just to shred those shields a
Yeah.
little bit
And
quicker.
have a res if it goes down.
Meanwhile, we have a very high damage comp coming out from Demented. Ryan Zarya with Hanzo Reaper, a very strong comp at the moment. Probably one of the more meta comps. But they do get early picks, Seven Flames, and it goes 2 for 2.
It's a
We'll see if they try
4v4.
and push in on this
Right.
as they come
It's
through.
a-
Another pick onto the Moira. They will be looking to aggress quickly here. Zen on her own. Bubble comes down onto the Hanzo to protect him as we
You
go
might be
onto
able to
point.
cap this one.
Bastion setting up at the backer point. Big tank ultimate comes out. We'll see if they can take him down. They
They
do.
got it. They got it.
Huge buy iron on the Zarya, and they do take first point. I think SIF running kind of a scuffed comp right there. Trying to run a Moira
Yeah.
with a Bastion without the Diva is brave.
a
Huge
big
pick
pick.
onto the Zen to start this. We'll see if they can snowball. They
They might be able to
do have
snowball.
dragons, but they won't want to use... Okay, they're using dragons without Grav to see if they can take this fight early. Big Nano comes out onto the Ryan as he swings on the Orisa. Roadhog goes down, Orisa goes down, Anna does go down for Demented, but the Genji pick in response by Horrible onto Toxic. As they focus down H-Bomb, they get him. With just one left on point, Zen. Now Moira will be looking to touch onto point to try and contest
They
this.
got
Doesn't get it.
They had like what,
You-
6 minutes remaining?
I really like the composition coming out on the attack by Demented. The very high damage comp, just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
pushing through.
force
Really
their way through.
countered the Bastion comp for sure, because the only thing they had to prevent damage was that 900 health shield. That's gone instantly with Storm Arrow, and managed to push through well. Recognised as well that they could push through in a 4v4 despite having no main tank, because both main tanks were down. So good game sense there from Demented, and looking like a close game, as we thought it would be.
Yep. I'm hoping they push it out again. They push out the Reaper again. Oh, looks like they do.
Salmon Flames running the same comp they attacked with last round, and Demented running the same comp they attacked with last round.
Yep.
So we'll see. Very similar comps. H-Bomb's now swapping over to the Ash and letting George take the Hanzo, which does make sense. H-Bomb's Ash is very strong, so we'll see this. It's kind of interesting that they're running like a Moira and a Lucio and the Reinhardt, but they're running double sniper. It will be interesting to see how aggressive Gherkin is. Pushing into here. He can't be too aggressive because of that Reaper, but obviously running double sniper is a good answer to the Reaper, as we see them try and push through here. So we see the Rhine. Oh, that could be a punish on the Rhine. Horrible goes down. Toxic goes down. It's 1-for-1.
It's a 5v5 now.
See if they chase here. Barrier down. 4v4. Rhine for Lucio. We'll see if they push in here. Pin missed. Will he be punished for that? No. Diva goes down. It looks like Demented may get a hold here. Although Gherkin's committed in, probably too deep. Should be punished here. Shatter goes out, gets 4. Huge Shatter as the Reinhardt goes down. Fat Shatter by Mark right there.
Oh, the Boostio comes out too.
Boostio comes out for sure. It's quite funny. And Beat came down as well from the defenders. So now they only have Grav, but they will get combo this fight. So yeah, they have full combo this fight versus Bob and Shatter.
SIF got a pick.
And picked early on the Reaper as Bob comes in to try and make some space to allow them to aggress without the Reaper. Grav comes in. It's 5-man. Denied. He's eaten the dragon. And
huge
eat. Huge eat by Jaybird. Really clutching out for the team right there. That would have been team fight over without that eat. But
that eat saved him the point.
An excellent eat. Huge by Jaybird. Fat Grav, and they'll be very disappointed there with... Horrible will be very disappointed that he had that eaten, but nevertheless it was good team play, a much better defense than they put out first time on defense. So we'll see if they can try and hold out second point. There is 3 minutes on the clock. You would expect Salmon Flames to cap. It looks like they are trying to stagger this Reaper on the side.
Straight onto point.
We are going to have... Oh, huge pick onto the Lucio by H-Bomb. Shatter comes down, gets 1. Bomb comes in, gets the Reinhardt, who jumped onto the bomb, I guess. Big sleep on the Reinhardt, can't follow up on it. Toxic Snipe free firing on point. Horrible up top, taking the high ground. Opting for that. Horrible does get a pick on the Moira as Dragon comes in. This one isn't eaten, does create some space on point. Picks going one way, and looks like Salmon Flames will have to settle for just 1 tick. They'll be okay with that though, as they do have Dragons, Bob, and Beat next fight. Interesting that they are running the Hanzo without the Zarya. It's definitely difficult to get as much value with the Dragon without the Zarya.
Sure.
More used to make space. So
Pretty
see
much.
how effective George will be here.
You can use Dragons in this case to get them off high ground.
Huge pick onto the Reaper here. I'm sorry I didn't see that happen. Poor can't work again. But huge pick there by Toxic Snipes. Big boop onto the Reinhardt to slow them down. The Reaper should be back in the fight before anything aggresses. H-Bomb trading for Horrible. The defense will be happy with that. Huge Shatter followed up by the Reaper ult. Should punish off Toxic here, and that'll be team fight for Demented. But now they'll be going into next fight after using 4 ults, severely at an ult disadvantage with only Bomb online. We'll see if they can charge a Dragon in that time, but it is unlikely. Both teams running a Dragon without the Zarya as well, so Dragon really isn't the most effective ultimate here.
like you said, it's
Kind of
basically used now to
both
get them off
teams.
high ground and force them
For sure.
make space, pretty much.
And there comes the dragon to force them off the high ground.
And they split them up.
Does get a pick though. And 2 picks go down, 3 picks go down. The DPS kind of carrying for Salmon Flames here. Topple does pick off the Ana. And that should just be point.
Yep.
Demented really being caught out there with a lack of ult conservation, using 4 ults when really they only needed the shatter to win that previous team fight. Really punished there, but they do hold them down to less than a minute, which is very important. If they do cap this in overtime, it means there will be a round 5.
Yep, for sure. Both have an attack left, if it's under a minute.
And since Demented do still have 6.5 minutes on the clock, you would expect them to cap both points in the 6.5 minutes. So we'll see what Salmon Flames can do to try and stop that from happening.
They don't run the
Looks
best.
like we are running a double hit scan again, but also with the Moira.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice, to be honest. Because you want to have a Mercy to damage push the McCree and do mad damage output.
You'd expect, because especially with double hit scan, you know you don't really want to take a close brawl if you can help it, because McCree will just get run over. He wants to deal with individual targets all at once.
Yeah, and a Mercy in this
like
case, it will be very good instead of Moira, because Mercy can damage boost H-bomb, and he gets a threshold where he can one-shot any 200 HP target.
So it's an interesting choice. Some of Salmon Flames team compositions have been a bit interesting here. I wonder if it's because they don't have a Mercy player. It may be that Topple only plays Moira, but we'll see what happens here. Plus, you like to see the Mercy on defense just because reses are so important since there is the spawn advantage for the attackers. The Sim coming out on attack, I didn't notice this, with a Brawl comp. We'll see if they can get to teleport across the point. It looks like they are having trouble with it at the moment, as the Reaper does get picked off by Salmon Flames. H-bomb in window, just free firing down, does pick off the Symmetra. They need to deny that high ground from H-bomb. They cannot let him just free fire. As teleporter comes through, they are now in room.
4v6.
But they are split.
Yeah, they're really split right now.
Navis can't get the pick as he's chased back by Jaybird. Picks come off, and that is teamfight Salmon Flames. They're really just feeding ult charge to the enemy team there, Demented. Shouldn't have committed, but some poor shot calling there from Demented. Hopefully they can amend this in the next push. Will be tough because on the enemy team they do have a Bob Shatter combo as well as Coalescence to aggress onto the attacking team, as opposed to Nano. But they do have Beat online, coming online in a few seconds here. Demented. H-bomb free firing from the high ground. Huge shatter! Gherkin shatters this game. Both Reinhardt shatters this game have been pretty big.
Oh, for sure.
It just ends the team fight with that. And the merit of just ending the team fight with only the shatter is that now they have Grav and High Noon and Beat and Bob all for this fight. They used only Coalescence and Shatter there. Coalescence charges quickly, Shatter charges quickly, and now they have a huge ult advantage. Although Demented do have 4 ults of their own, but we have seen that sometimes they aggress in 4v6s, so we'll see if Salmon Flames can get a pick and try and force out some ults. Demented just need to stay calm here. That's a huge pick by Horrible onto Toxic Snipes. They should be looking to push aggressively here with a Grav. There is nothing that can eat it. Gherkin is antied, should go down here. Big shatter onto both the supports. Followed by the Grav, should be enough to clear this fight. And Dragon as well, using all the ults except Nano. Probably overkill, but they'll be happy just to have secured first point with 3.5 minutes to go for second point.
Stagger the... They could have staggered the Zarya and get a snowball going.
Go for the snowball. Looks like they aren't going to do that. H-bomb does pull out the Genji. It is something that Demented will have been aware of, H-bomb's Genji. So we'll see what their response to this is. Looks like they're going to go main, with the Hanzo looking to take the high ground. George spots him though and goes for that duel. Looks like they are on the Hanzo in the backline. H-bomb dueling with the two. High Noon comes out from Toxic, doesn't get anyone in the grab. But one is picked, Nano comes out, and Rally, Nano and Rally with one down in the fight. It was an interesting decision, but big anti-nade comes out. We'll see if they can make it work for him. Coalescence comes out for Salmon Flames as H-Bomb picks up Horrible. Down below, we'll see.
I might be able to get a tick. No, they won't get a tick.
Unfortunately, I'm surprised they committed ults, to be honest, to that fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Once they were one man down, but
yeah.
Though to be fair, it was Rally and Nano, two ults do charge quickly, but with no support going into the next fight, it will be tricky to cap all 3 points at once. Like even if they do win a team fight, you'll be expecting Salmon Flames to at least stall out a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Of course, they do have 3 minutes on the clock, so they won't mind that. Dragon comes out to try and deny high ground. Not very well placed. He does pick off the Moira. Shatter comes down on Navis. They should pick him off, but the Reinhardt is anti and weak. We'll see if the Fire Strike can kill. Toxic Snipes comes out on the Pharah and does get the Ana. Really no response to this Pharah, so it will be another hold for Salmon Flames. It'd be interesting to see if Horrible swaps. Yes, there it is. Swap to the McCree to try and deny that Pharah any space on the inside. Prevent her from functioning.
I also think that Demented should get off the triple support they're doing now, because they have like no damage against the Pharah and Genji. Just
this comp wants to brawl, and their comp is just trying to get picks and fight at a distance.
Yeah.
If they can't engage properly, like the triple support will not be effective. But they do amp speed to go up. Huge shatter. But there was a beat to counter it. Big pin on Feline.
Huge. And
the pick onto Toxic Snipes by the McCree. Huge by Horrible, recognizing that that pick was going to be huge. Grav comes out.
He should get at least a tick of this.
Blade will be online soon by H-Bomb. We'll see if he can stay alive long enough. No, he's picked off. It's a 3v3 on point. Pins off. They should be able to get a tick, but they are stalling out Salmon Flames very well. Huge 3 picks go in the favor of Demented. Gherkin doesn't get a kill with his pin. And we'll see if they can clean up Flat Feline. High Noon comes out on point just to drive them back. Off point. Does get first tick. Grav comes out. We'll see if they clean him up there. Blade will come out from H-Bomb in a second. There's Blade. We'll see if he can get any. Does get picked off huge by Crayola. Big shatter though, to maybe deny second tick. Huge pick on thingy. Freaking too many words. Frigol comes out to try and sustain on point. 3 picks go their way. Huge plays by Demented. They need to just slow the stem of staggering here. H-Bomb on the Tracer. We'll see if he can pick off. Huge stun by Horrible. High Noon comes out, does pick off the Lucian.
It should have this point now.
The point.
Yep.
Huge with 28 seconds. I believe 11 seconds difference between the two. So this game is anyone's.
15 seconds difference.
All right. To answer some questions in chat. Right. Oh my God! There's so much shit happening in chat. I didn't even realize. I'm sorry, Panther, about the camera work. What we got?
Nothing really.
Yeah, that's it. The match is on Sunday. Whoever asked that question. Okay.
Oh, the brick.
Yeah.
There's the pharmacy.
No burning questions.
On defense. So if they play Mercy now, I wonder what's the choice behind, or the reasoning behind them not playing Mercy with an Ashe.
Wait, I've messed up. How do I get out of first person spectating?
I have no
Is there a way?
Smash all the buttons.
Help! 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 Okay. Okay. We'll start off with the Reinhardt, I guess, and then I'll fix this afterwards. I'll have a look in chat. I didn't mean it. All right. We'll see what the Reinhardt can do here. Pin goes in onto Gherkin. We'll see if they can. Gets punished, guys. Penguino, life is good. Can you help me? What button do I press to get out of this? Alright. We're tracking the Ryan at the moment, so we'll see Mark do his things. He's had some huge shatters this game as Toxic Snipes gets something on.
I have no clue, to be honest, how to get out of it. The Nitro Rush, that's huge.
We see the Ana just free firing kills from the high ground, unpunished.
It's a 5v5, 4v4.
Widow is one.
Yes,
not Widow. Pharaoh is one. I can speed. I can't believe he got away with that ult. Cryola moving onto point, probably a mistake. Should have just free fired.
It's a huge
we'll see if he hits the nano here. Can he get the nano off before
Ryan's coming back from point.
There it is. Misses asleep. Ryan comes back in. Toxic Snipes coming back on the McCree with High Noon. We'll watch this. High Noon's watching each other. We'll see how George follows. Does get one with the High Noon. Three go down.
This should be enough to hold.
This should be enough for Salmon Flames to full hold here.
Yep.
Huge. Might be looking at a draw in this game. Yeah, when I press A, it just swaps heroes.
Yeah. Wait, you have to go to options.
Okay. I don't even know how I got onto this fucking thing. Alright, options.
And then...
okay.
Do you have it?
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna set this to A, I guess. Okay, cool. You're a G, dude. I love, like, freaking Penguino. I love you. All right, I'm gonna change that as well. Freaking, we scroll down so that way, if someone has a big ultimate, I can hop on board with them. Hopefully.
Huge. So, let's begin in.
Alright, so, as they come out with, on attack with a Reaper Maycom, interesting attack strat, as opposed to the Bastion on high ground, big hook onto H-Bomb, does manage to cryo before it's all punished. They will need to touch point to stop a tick happening. Horrible with one pick, countered by two picks from Salmon Flames. The wall goes up to stop the Bastion. Brig needs to get in there to help the fight, but it does look like Salmon Flames will clean up here.
Yes, they should have the point.
After an incredibly close first map, it does look like Salmon Flames will take map 1.
That's some huge play with the May.
But yeah, like Penguino, I understand what you're saying, but I don't know what do I do to toggle third person because it goes default into third person, right? And like, who wants to watch that? So I could try and find another button bind for that. This kind of works for now, I hope. Yeah. So Demented losing map 1, close one though. What were your thoughts on the
Very close. It was an interesting match for sure. Game. I think a draw would be in its place though, because they both played pretty damn well. But I think that we have to
finish your thought. This is when you speak is when I have a time to get a drink.
I know, but someone walked in the room, so I had to like not do stuff.
Oh, big guys, we have 14 people watching right now. That's huge for us. I'm sorry it's not on the main thing. I think someone's using the account for something. I will see if we can swap over if there's ever a pause for some reason. But yeah, I was having troubles logging onto it. But thank you guys. And also, like, the person that just left to make it 13, I see you, okay? I want you to know that I see you. So,
Busan.
second
Next
map,
map.
looks like it's Busan.
Who do you think will take this map?
I think Salmon Flames. I think with King of the Hill in general, it's the game mode where I think your DPS have the largest effect on the game.
Oh yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at the two DPS lines, Horrible is popping off, dude. Like, he's insane. But I think when you look at H-Bomb and George versus Navis and Horrible, it is in favour of H-Bomb and George.
Yeah.
Not
Also,
that Horrible and Navis are bad DPS players. Trust me, this is
no.
another one of the best DPS line in the league, right? We're just treated to some of our best players right here in the...
Besides you, of course. That's. I mean.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'm the best DPS player in the league.
Yeah.
But besides me, there's... Sorry, I had to... right, anyway. I also... okay, thank you, Penguino. I will probably do that. I'll sort it out after this game, probably.
Yeah.
Oof, frickin' Penguino and Ocean, play nice, boys. Play nice. I'm not sure if you saw that in chat, dude, but honestly, disrespectful language from both of them. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah. Banned for
Your
5
parents
years.
would be very, very sad. Alright. So Widow is very strong on this map. We will see Widow come out from H-Bomb, trying to control that high ground.
Especially on this point, Widow was very strong with all the high ground.
It does look like Demented are anticipating that though, with the Diva pick instead of the Zarya,
Yes.
which should hopefully try and stem that a little. Diva pick as well coming from Salmon Flames, as H-Bomb takes the high ground and starts trying to free fire down into the team. Both teams try and get to point. They do without H-Bomb getting a pick. We'll see where he repositions to. Just on top. We'll see who gets the first pick here, who draws first blood. H-Bomb does pick off Horrible. As H-Bomb is kind of free firing here, the Diva needs to go control that space. There he goes. Diva dives, but H-Bomb does dodge. H-Bomb's now in the brawl though.
Huge shatter.
Big shatter from Mark. Charging it quickly. Unexpected shatter. Difficult to block. Does put the fight in the favour of Demented. Mark really has been a standout player for the Demented team.
For sure. His rank plays are on top right now.
I think both Ryans have played quite well. Both
sure.
very aggressive Ryans.
Oh yeah.
I know something I've been struggling with recently is blocking shatters, as George will definitely tell you. I got outplayed a little bit in the last scrim we had, but these guys seem to have a similar playstyle to me, which is always nice to see. That
Just aggressive.
Yeah, just forwards, gets big shatters.
Oh, that's a huge.
Blade comes out from Toxic. I'm sorry about the camera work. I'd leaned on my knee. Okay, right. Sorry. Navis coming out with a triple kill. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Good reason. Good reason. Yeah. I'm sorry. I leaned on my knee.
Alright, it's fine. H-Bomb has swapped onto the Reaper to try and brawl more and get more value mid-fight, which is where Demented are dominant. FaZe, trying not to get caught out by H-Bomb, does manage to get back to his healers in time. Salmon Flames aggressing well, but 2 picks go in the favour of Salmon Flames. Navis and Horrible taking 2. Navis goes down to Toxic. H-Bomb gets a pick. High Noon comes out as they force the Ryan into the corner here. We'll see if H-Bomb gets picked off or whether he can pick up the Diva. Looks like H-Bomb will go down, but so does the Diva. Just Gherkin there does get finished. We'll see if they get any stagger kills. Pushing back up here on 90%. We'll see if Salmon Flames can touch.
They might be able to because they have a Lucio.
Looks like they are going to get a touch here.
Yeah.
97. We'll see if the Diva should be able to touch. Diva gets booped off the map though. Big shatter. Does get on Horrible. Mark with a big pin though. Shatter comes down. Does get Gherkin. No follow-up again though. Bomb comes out. Huge bomb. Picks off 2. Incredible bomb by Dementor. That should be point for Demented. I don't know what I'm saying, Um, 18 viewers now. Thank you guys. Appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, except for Panther, who only sits here without the volume on to complain in chat, but that's okay.
Yeah,
this is one of the better games I've seen, honestly.
Oh yeah.
There haven't been too many close games this season. This is going to be one of them, and already I really like to play.
Yes.
This map, ironically, I would have thought the last map was far more favoured for Salmon Flames, and this map would be more favoured for Demented. But after watching Salmon Flames get beaten last map so comfortably, it's kind of hard to predict anything anymore. Yeah. Nave is coming out on the Genji, which is a brave play.
Especially because
H-bomb coming out on the Mei, which is interesting.
Yeah. Also coming out with the
both teams
Junkrat.
Fight for the high ground. Salmon Flames gaining a decent chunk of charge. God, right, so Salmon Flames is playing now, so please don't be confused, because I'm going to be saying Salmon Flames as the team and the player, so I'll say Zarya from now on, eh? Alright.
You say SIF as the team.
Yeah, SIF the team and Sam the player. Okay, cool. Mark trying to get frozen there. H-bomb does manage to pick off Mark.
There's the Riptire.
Tyre does pick off Salmon Flames. Navis looks like he will be punished by Jaybird here. The flag just trying to live as long as possible. As Gherkin goes down, Horrible goes down though. Looks like Navis will probably get staggered pretty badly here. Yeah, that's a big stagger there from George.
It will buy them at least another
5%.
5 to 10%.
Do you remember how I was saying this map was more favoured for Demented and Salmon Flames were more favoured? Yeah, just ignore me. I know nothing. It's fine. I just based on the comps they were running on Hanamura, I would have assumed this was much stronger. Navis swapping onto the Reaper, which is going to be more effective on this map. Horrible with the first pick. Blizzard comes out, does catch the Rhine. We'll see if they clean him up. Looks like H-bomb will clean up the Rhine. Does get the pick. But Toxic Snipes goes down and so does Gherkin. And it looks like they're going to push onto point here. The pin goes in, misses by Jaybird. Unfortunately, he had to risk the pin as he was down in the fight, so I don't mind that play. Navis probably just going to pick off the Reinhardt here and slap Eli. Going to get staggered on the Lucio by Mark, who's behind him. Does miss the fire strike though. Mark does let the Lucio get away. That will cost them 5 or 6, probably around 10% actually. The extra stagger would have been. So it's unfortunate that he did miss that fire strike there, but H-bomb picks off Horrible. Navis is stuck on his own, will probably get punished unless he can make it back to safety. Is chased by the Mei, looks like he will be punished. Navis overextending and getting punished hard here. And Demented really not being able to get much percentage at all as they give up point. All they're going in now is being pushed in to get staggered, so they need to back up quickly now and regroup. Beat comes out, we'll see the aggression here. Charge comes in, doesn't get anyone. Shatter comes out, big boop though, but does get the Lucio in it. Lucio does go down. Toxic Snipes gets Horrible, Bomb comes out, Jaybird gets Snowpacker. Big pin by Jaybird against the Mei wall. Toxic still alive, goes down with H-bomb. That should be fight Demented, as Moira does get away without being staggered. They used 5 ults though,
to get this point.
They did.
Or 4 ults. They used 4 ults to get this point. Yeah.
And with Shatter and Blizzard and High Noon coming out from Salmon Flames, this fight will be pivotal. Shatter comes down, big block there, huge boop on Jaybird to make sure the Shatter couldn't be big, and a fat block is frozen. Looks like Blizzard is going to be huge. We'll see three picks go their way in the Blizzard. It's a fat Blizzard. It looks like this will be point. They will get another team fight if they die quickly on point, though.
Definitely will, because they have
this
Lucio.
Won't be enough. There will be a full team fight.
Yep.
Yeah. You want to look for about 86, 87% if you want to deny a full team fight, but it looks like we are certainly going to get one here. Mei will be looking to punish any over-aggression here. As the wall comes up, we'll see if any big freezes come out. Looks like they have frozen the D.Va. Not enough. Salmon Flames does pick off Horrible. That's a huge pick by Salmon Flames. Some clutch plays coming out from him after being subbed in for map 2. Navis gets frozen mid-ult, but does get one anyway. He's on Jaybird. We'll see if he can finish the kill. Looks like he's going to struggle to do that. 3v3 on point. Riptire coming in. Snowpacker does get Salmon Flames. Jaybird does go down.
This should
This
be a
is
cap
fight.
for Demented. Yes.
They
They
did
have to
use
defend.
Riptide though, which is unfortunate. But they do
Yes,
have 2
that's-
support ults, a Shatter, and a Bomb coming for next fight. So,
Oh!
oh, trade
Nevis just
DPS
wrecked.
to DPS there. That's oh wait, no. Snowpacker goes down. They will want to aggress here. Then without the Lucio, they'll think that they can take this big bomb to force them back and make that space for their Lucio to
What a
get back.
huge
Does get
bomb.
2 picks. Huge bomb.
They're coming up on
Wall
last
comes
fight
up
now.
to stop them being over aggressive. This will be last fight here. And we're facing 2 support ults, a Shatter. Oh,
Big pick from
Reaper
Toxic.
goes down. That's a huge pick.
He was gonna get well,
B
this
will
fight
have to
too.
come in relatively early just to stop this being a snowball. They need to get those picks. Shatter comes down, doesn't get anything. Blizzard comes in, will pick off the Rhine. No beat yet.
It's a 3v6
Beat
right
comes
now.
down, just came down. Coalescence goes off. Iron Crayola pinned, and it looks like Salmon Flames will close out this point.
Yes. They will hold.
Really, Navis getting picked off there spelled,
Oh, yeah.
spelled the end for them there.
Yeah,
The fight was in their advantage in terms of ultimates, and
Yeah.
he'll feel a little bit silly after that. But he is playing very well, Navis, over this series, so
Oh yeah. I
the
was
team won't be
spectating
too
him,
irritated with that, but
and he
we'll see.
was caught out by overextending without his fade. Well, he didn't
Yeah,
hit
you,
his-
as a Reaper player, you always want to hold your fade when you're going deep into enemy lines to make sure you can get out safely.
Yeah. and he got caught out by the McCree and got shot.
Right, so who do you think round 3 is going to?
It's been very close, but I'm thinking Demented.
Yeah. I think so far, Demented have had the stronger team compositions,
Yeah.
but the weaker ult conservation and
Yeah.
just like
Using
target calling and such.
Yeah, they're using like
I
4
think
rolls
it's
to
been-
win a fight.
For sure. As they push in here, we'll see how this goes. They do take the space of the point. Big stun going out there by Toxic, picking off the Lucio. Jaybird with the fire strike comes through. Does get Navis.
This
Looks
is
like
looking
Salmon
like
Flames will get first
yeah.
fight. Goes down. Demented will be coming back with Shatter and Coalescence though.
Let's switch to the Trace now
Salmon
instead of the McCree.
Flames also
Demented
with
switch.
Shatter. It'll be interesting to watch this Shatter battle here going into next round. We'll see if we can hop on board with
Interesting choice of Tracer into a
Wait.
McCree and Ash.
right, here we go.
Oh, let's switch
We're
to
going to
Brick.
try and watch this Shatter battle here because it's going to pop off. Both Rhines have Shatter or close enough to it, so we'll see if we can watch it from this perspective as they rotate round right side. We'll see. Interesting that he didn't go for it there. Gets booped up. We'll see if the Shatter comes out. It doesn't in the enemy team. Big Shatter
That's a
there from
huge shot.
Mark coming through. Just get booped back. It should be fight in their favour. Pin comes out. Doesn't get anyone. Beat comes out from the enemy team. We'll see if we can pull back off this fight. We'll see. It's a 5v5. Mark goes down. And Demented will be very disappointed they couldn't focus his targets in that Shatter down. And Jaybird holding on to his own Shatter there. His team really backing him up out of that one. Surprised to see Jaybird didn't Shatter underneath the Rhine when the Bob went through. I assume that that's what that play was. But just unfortunate. They do win the team fight anyway, and they're looking in a much stronger position now.
Oh yeah. If this fight takes a long
B
time,
comes in.
this will be last fight
As they
if it's
push
taking
through.
a long time. They're both
This
dropping.
is last fight if Demented
Yeah,
don't win for
this-
sure. Bomb goes off on point. Does
It's a
get
huge
2
bomb.
and Coalescence get a 3rd. This will be fight for Demented. Salmon Flames won't mind though, as they do have ults. They will probably just try and
Yeah.
stack a few more ults and just
just
cap if
win
they
one
only need
fight, yeah.
one more team fight. Let's see if we can hop on Mark again for this Shatter battle. Alright, here we go. Both rounds having Shatter again this fight, so we're going to hop back on with Mark. I am definitely interested in watching the Shatter fights. It's like one of the most interesting things to me. Big push center. Mark pushing in low health. Big Shatter. 2 Shatters come out.
Huge counter shatters.
One either way. Jaybird winning that shatter battle for sure. And it may cost Demented the fight. We'll see if they can clean up these kills. It looks like they will be able to. Horrible does pick off Toxic, but I don't think it'll be enough. As Jaybird's just swinging away on the supports. Mark does come back in. We'll see if they can stall out this point long enough. That is a pick. Grav comes out. 2 Gravs come out. This is an incredibly scrappy fight. It's a 2v4. Horrible goes down. It's just phased. This should be it.
This should be
for Salmon Flames.
This map should be for Salmon Flames.
They will touch a beat comes off before he touches. No, he doesn't even get on point. That's unfortunate. Probably wouldn't have mattered anyway. But Salmon Flames take a 2-0 lead in this series. Anything you think Demented could have done better?
I think they shouldn't have ran goats into their comp. And after losing first fight, they just had a massive ult disadvantage. So I don't think they could have won third point unless they like counter switch to maybe a Pharah. But they had a McCree and Ash.
So in summary, just go goats forehead.
They went goats. So it doesn't even help. Demented went goats and they got, well, not destroyed, but they got beaten by an Ash and a McCree. So the ghost is not always the answer, sadly.
For sure.
I know everyone likes goats.
I think everyone hates goats, except me, because I get to play Reinhardt and goats, and that's fun.
True.
Alright, if any, the chat's going really, like, I look at the chat and there's a lot of it, so if anyone has any, like, specific questions, just at me. Oh, camera! Crap! Okay. I mean, grums. Right, we'll type out what it is, Penguino. Type out what it is. No, there's no swearing on my stream.
Oh, crap, no, fuck, no.
Okay. Right, help. Penguino. What do I press? What buttons do I press? Do I toggle third person to... You said something needs to be Y, right? I've spectate to third person set to Y. Okay. Yeah. Bam. And then... Bam. Bam. And then toggle self on A. Foreign girls or homegrown girls? It's a good question. Probably foreign. I have spectator reach previous sets of triggers. Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Penguino. Pog. True MVP of this game. Who do you think MVP for that particular map was? Just out of curiosity.
I'm thinking George. With a shatter.
George?
George. Not with a shatter. Fuck. I'm confused, but George, yeah.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. I didn't, but yeah. It's fine. We move on to Rialto. It's really a shame that Demented are 2-0 down here.
This shouldn't be.
Just because I feel...
I think it should be.
I feel like it's been close enough to be 1-0, for sure. Because the first map, incredibly close. Second map, 2-1. Looked like Demented were going to dominate. Just couldn't finish it off.
After the first map on Busan,
really,
I
it was
really
that
thought
second.
Demented would have it.
Yeah, that second round on Busan was the critical round there. As we saw, Navis popped off for the whole map, and then the one mistake he made did cost the last team fight. But, I mean, it's just unfortunate. Navis is really having a good game. All the DPSs this game have been very impressive.
For sure, yeah.
And both Ryans have been getting some really fat shatters as well. So.
Oh yeah, they've got shatter pretty much every fight too.
Be interesting if we ever see any dive, or if it's always just going to be Ryan.
Yeah.
We saw a little bit of Orisa shielding a Bastion,
I mean,
but that's about it.
Orisa on this map is pretty good. Orisa on defense on this map is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you think they'll bring
Get
out
those
the
fat
Pharah?
balls on first buy. I think George will likely play Pharah here, yes. Who's attacking first? It is... I believe
Someone.
Demented, right? Oh no,
No,
Salmon
it's-
Flames are attacking
yeah.
first. Cool, cool, cool. Looks like there were some subs, maybe? Were there subs?
Great casting.
Iron Chef Sushi, is that new? I don't know if that's new. That's
Yeah.
fine. We move on.
He got sub there.
Okay. Okay,
I
cool.
think. I hope so. Otherwise I look like an idiot.
I'm sorry, Iron, if you weren't. It's kind of if you were the Zarya, fat grabs, well done. If you weren't, then I'm sorry I didn't remember your name. Or yeah, it's fine. It's quality casting up to 21
Oh,
viewers.
yeah.
You guys are all insane.
Oof.
All right. So as they push onto point, we are looking at Ryan Zarya v Ryan Zarya
They're looking a bit
with
split
2 McCrees as well.
on defense. Oh, okay. That's a
Snowpacker
huge
does get
pick,
picked off.
but that's
Big
it.
headshot. George coming in fat there. They will aggress quickly here. It'll be interesting if Demented just call to charge onto point and die there, or if they do try and get out and regroup. I think honestly they should
Oh,
just.
Reaper's coming on a big flank.
I don't see it. Oh, I see it. Mavis. Yeah, he's coming. He's.
I mean,
Oh,
huge
that
flank.
that flank didn't quite work, but
No.
and it looks like Sam and Flames are going to get the point for free. See, this is what I was talking about. It would be interesting whether they try to go for the pin to try and force second fight, or like and just die on point, or if
Yeah.
they were just going to give up first stage.
might
And it
go
looks
in.
like they've opted to give up first stage.
Oh,
But horrible with 2 pigs clutching up, maybe turning this. Horrible,
Oh, yeah.
insane. Results come out. Okay, huge. Forcing a second fight on first point is critical on this map. So it's good that they did manage to do that. Plus the spawns aren't in a huge advantage for Salmon Flames anymore. It's about even.
No,
So
it's
we'll
up-
see
yeah.
we'll see how many team fights they can hold here. Especially
H-bomb coming up on
with
Bob.
Grav coming up online.
Oh, there's the Bob.
Bob comes in, boops up to Reinhardt, tries to get him out of position, doesn't quite work. Bob's just going to help break away that shield though. Beat comes out to try and keep the Reinhardt alive. As both teams kind of back off and regroup. Big flank
That's a
shatter!
huge
Huge
shot.
3-man
Oh, he
shatter,
got
but
caught.
does get picked off. Grav comes in though. High Noon comes out to protect the players in the Grav. Oh,
Charge
Demented
Sliver
will be
big.
so disappointed that they used those ults and didn't win that fight there. Demented now with only High Noon will probably lose next fight, almost guaranteed. Plus stagger picks here because of the way everyone died. We'll see how bad Salmon Flames can punish here, just leaving the 1 on cart to make those stagger kills happen.
They did not get any stagger kills though, so they have a quick retake.
Yeah, Demented doing well to avoid those stagger kills for sure.
Navis
Widow
switched to
comes out
Widow.
from Navis. I'm excited to see this. Snowpacker does pick off H-bomb.
So-
They'll be looking to aggress here to make sure they get 2 fights. They want to take before corner. Here they come around the corner. We'll see. That's 2 picks in their way. High Noon comes out up top from Horrible. Does go down, but does create some space for the Reinhardt to operate. Just kind of a slow fight right now.
H-bomb taking high
They
ground.
want to. Big Grav comes out, coalescence through it. Ryan's barrier
That's
goes
a-
down, big shatter.
Ooh.
Oh, probably not worth it.
Didn't get
It's
anyone,
okay, he
though.
does charge one at pretty much every fight. It'll be interesting to see if they do get a second fight here, because they did leave them a long time.
If the Lucius
for
beats them back,
retesting.
they should have a second fight.
The Ryan should be able to charge on to
Yeah.
Judge. We'll see if he opts to do this.
Oh, the
Looks like he
McCree.
will.
George is going
Doesn't
for
even
flank
need to
right
charge.
now. That's a huge
Watching
pick.
George.
Oh,
Huge plays to force them back.
Huge.
Salmon Flames really have this Demented side where they want them. Demented really never being able to gather up multiple ults for a certain fight, and Salmon Flames pretty much always having the ult advantage. As a big fire strike comes through and is finished off by Salmon Flames on Crayola. we'll see how that fares in this next fight. Hopefully the Anna can regroup with her team before they take this fight. But as Horrible goes down, it's a 6v4, and it looks like Salmon Flames will take this. Demented will want to just die on point here, because otherwise they won't get another fight. Huge shatter comes out.
And then
Huge combo. Graf comes out, but they really have no follow-up for it. And it looks like they're just kind of throwing ults at the fire and hoping the fire goes out. But in these 6v3 situations, you can never really expect just one random ult to ever turn a fire. As Beat comes out, they are regrouping. It is 5 people. Horrible does get picked again. And so does Navis G. George really popping off on that McCree.
Yeah.
Double hit scan here, really showing the mechanical skills. The DPS for Salmon Flames here. As Bob goes in, sees eyeing Crayola, does get picked off. And it looks like Salmon Flames will have a very dominant attack on this map.
Oh,
Shatter comes out to try and secure.
Oh, they're still stalling.
Counter Shatter comes off, but
Just too late.
not close enough to point to contest.
With 3 minutes remaining, they have a very good attack.
Freddy, if the stream is laggy, I would recommend restarting it because there's definitely no lag on my end. I'm also watching the stream while doing it. So
I have no lag too.
No lag. Hopefully that helps you. Yeah, Packers had a fairly weak round this round, Enzo. I think that's fair. But I think he's had a pretty okay series. So, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. Enzo hyping feels bad. Yeah. Oh, are you playing Enzo?
So, what do you think
Enzo.
Demented could have done against the double hit scan? Maybe like a chunk.
Against double hit scan, you know they're going to try and take the fight slowly. So you have 2 options, right? So you can either just go its forehead, which is one.
Slowly.
Because, or anything that just aggresses onto them, like a May Reaper or something like that. As long as you've got the Lucio to speed into them. If you don't give them time and sightlines to get picks, they won't get picks. They cannot brawl as well as a Reaper, right? Like, no matter how good your accuracy is on Ashe, you're never going to beat a Reaper at, like, half a meter distance, right?
No.
So
even for us,
so that's one option.
To the head for a Reaper.
And the other option is run a load of shield break. Sit back, run a load of shield break, run double projectile, don't give them any sightlines, and just break shield. Because then they really have no way to get the picks on you, because they are the ones that are at a weaker thing. Typically, double hit scan is a very weak comp, but that is a huge fight from J-Bird, you're right. Flat Feline, antied and 1 health, does live though. No, he doesn't. It was a lie. He does not live. Horrible gets the pick with the bomb. H-bomb does get the pick on Navis. Looks like on attack they are going Ashe goats, which is something I certainly haven't seen. You don't really want to run a hit scan when you're running goats, just because, like I said, you want to aggress, and with that,
and
it's very tough to
you want to
aggress
take your time to get picks, and Ghost just goes for it.
Maybe it's just a pick to help deal with the Torb turret. But honestly, if you're running full goats, you counter Torb hard anyway. Huge shatter there from J-Bird. And the Torb bolt coming out to just clean up that fight. Huge Torb bolt.
Top.
Honestly, if Horrible should really just swap to the D.Va here and they should roll into them. Or in fact, they can't. They don't have the Lucio. Running the goats without, running triple support without Lucio? Question mark.
That's
interesting choice by Demented.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting choice. Because Lucio
we'll see how they work it.
Lucio's the most important
looking
part.
For a hack in the back line. Tries to get on Snowpacker. We'll see if he gets the pick. Does not. Gets stunned. Does get out alive though. Oh wait, does get the pick. I'm blind. J-Bird gets shattered. Big shatter there. As they come through. Bob comes in. Does have line of sight on the back of the Graf. That comes out. Beat comes out from Flat Feline to counter. Bob still firing away at the back line. But it does look like Salmon Flames will stabilize. And I think Demented really just need to sort out their team competition before it's too late here.
With 2 minutes remaining, they have to swap it up right now.
Horrible on the high ground, just trying to fire down on them, but honestly, it's going to be kind of difficult for Horrible to do really anything against this comp.
I think that Demented should have swapped to like a Widow and try and
Let's
get
see
a
if we can hop it in with. Wait, what is this freaking?
What are you doing?
Okay, I was trying to get on with Sam because he had a grab, and I wanted to give Sam some showtime since he's like the boy. All right, huge trans there to survive the Torbgu in the ult. Toxic on high ground. We'll see if Navis can get the stun. Doesn't quite pick off, but it does look like they will win this team fight.
Yep. They will have
Demented have a lot to do to come back in the series. Obviously, they're 2-0 down as well, so even a draw here isn't enough, even though it's payload.
They have
payload,
to
right? So
have
draw
a
is
win.
possible. They have to win.
Yeah.
They have to win. And with 3 minutes on the finishing clock for Salmon Flames, that's going to be tough since... Oh, huge shatter comes down. Nano comes out to try and counter, but J-Bird has already got 2 picks. It may be too late. Horrible does get one with his bomb onto the enemy Reinhardt. Huge counter shatter. Doesn't actually get anyone. I thought I'd got 2. But
This should be point 2 Demented.
Point will go in Demented's favour here. Salmon Flames just looking to charge some more ult. Contest as long as possible, waste some time. Huge anti-nade. Pog. Right.
Poggers. Just like my name.
Flat feline does look like he'll get away without getting staggered. No stagger kills for Demented. It is unfortunate. It means Salmon Flames will get 2 clean team fights here, and Demented could use every second. Even if Demented lost both these, won both these team fights in a row, just the sheer fact that they get 2 of them so early means that they'll be heading into 3rd point with basically no extra time on the clock. Hack comes out. We'll see if we see some Torbgu. Big shatter, but does get picked off. It's a 4v4 or a 3v4. As Demented do opt to back up, we'll see if there are any stagger kills. Doesn't look like there will be. Torb turret gets set up on bridge by H-Bomb. Let's hop on board with H-Bomb. How do I do that? Which button is it? Oh wait, there we go. Got it. Got it, boys. Watch some H-Bomb play. He does have ult here. We'll see what he can do. He is in grab. There's their grab. There's the splooge. Almost gets booped off map. Does get shattered, but his splooge does get 1. Huge. And then gets a second pick. Oh, he does pick 2 supports with his splooge actually.
This is a
H-Bomb gets a 3rd. Toxic
this is a
does pick
fight
up
for Demented. Demented using 5 volts and getting no team win.
What started as a very close series on Rialto has just become a semi-blowout for Salmon Flames. We'll see if Demented can do anything to turn this round. UGMP probably means that this fight will be lost. Shatter comes out, as to be expected. 3 kills going in favour of Salmon Flames. And Demented really with only 1 last push and
they only have
Shatter and Rally to go.
Yeah, and Shatter. Oh, they got a first pick though, that's huge.
Crayola does get a pick. We'll see if this is enough to aggress. And Salmon Flames, obviously with no ults right now, are looking the weaker going into this team fight. But we'll see what Demented can do as Salmon Flames do back up. H-Bomb does pick off Horrible. As that Torb turret is free firing, they'll be looking to destroy that. Huge shatter. Huge anti-nade after the shatter to make sure they clean up. That team fight will go in the favour of...
but they will have another touch before 2nd point. Before 3rd point.
Toxic does pick off Horrible out of spawn. Big spawn count by Toxic there. As we saw him snipe from background in Cubby Hole. Salmon Flames will get another touch here, and knowing that it's a 5v6, they will be favoured in this since they do have no Horrible, no Ash.
No Zen either.
Big shatter comes out on the Nanoed Reinhardt, and they C9 the point. And Salmon Flames do win the series. There will be a four map differential that is actually very important, because if Salmon Flames win map 4, they go top of the league with a perfect record of 8 maps won, no maps lost. If they lose, they will go level with TBM, and if they draw, they will go level with Vanquish. So if they lose next map, they will be equal second with TBM. If they draw next map, they'll be equal first with Vanquish. And if they win next map, they will be straight first by a map. Huge plays by H-Bomb. That was insane tour play. Probably playing it for the meme, but it worked. So, hey, what are you going to do? An interesting team composition from Demented probably cost them that round. Their team compositions have been on point going through the other maps, but for sure, running a triple support without Lucio is a very risky business.
They should have swapped.
Demented is subbed back in.
They should have swapped
Alright,
the comp up.
I'm going to take a drink.
Earlier.
Tell me what you think about that map. Give me your thoughts.
It was a great map. I'm sad it was a blowout by SIF. I think Demented should have swapped earlier to either what you said, a shield break comp, like Junkrat, like Hanzo. Them not switching or switching too late pretty much cost them this map. Yeah. Also, I think that Toxic popped off this map. He is definitely MVP with his McCree play on the attack and his
big Widow snipe on the
oh yeah, for sure.
on the Ash
big Widows.
that denied last team fight.
And then also on the Zen last fight. So definitely MVP for the last map on Rialto goes to Toxic. What do we have other in mind? So what do you think Demented should do to win this map? To do differently?
To win this map?
Yeah.
Be aware that triple support without Lucio is death, for one. For two, I think trying to play a brawl heavy comp on second point will be very highly punished by Salmon Flames with the high ground advantage. So they need to just be aware that actually dive isn't completely gone out the meta. Someone please pick a goddamn Winston. Thank you. God. As much as I love Ryan, man, like that's all that's ever played.
Yeah.
People think Brig was broken. Ryan is in every composition in the game. Alright.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm sensing a bit of frustration here. Just a little
I would
bit.
like to see some Winston play. But it looks like we're going to see some Orisa play instead.
Ooh.
With a Bastion. Fun.
Fun stuff. And the top main heals. Oh, they have triple heals without... again, triple support without a Lucio. They kinda need the Lucio, to be honest here.
Without the Lucio.
They kinda need the Lucio to...
Thing is, it's... Why would you run triple support with a Bastion?
Yeah.
As Salmon Flames just kind of claim point from them, because there's really nothing they can do with the composition they're running. Pin goes out on the Bastion to finish him off, and that's really the only damage they have. Should be just basically just a free point for Salmon Flames. They'll be disappointed with that one, Demented, but they have played well in the first two maps of the series for sure, so we'll see if they can pull back some of that form. Obviously, Salmon Flames are the probably the favourites to win the league. They were ranked top in pretty much everyone's power rankings. As we see H-Bomb on the rotating platform trying to get some early snipes off. Toxic Snipes playing Doomfist in 2019. Good meme.
He's actually throwing.
As we see, Salmon Flames are opting to run the Rhine area on second point, which is interesting, but they do have the high point control with the Widow and the Doomfist.
It's also interesting that Demented still stays with the Bastion on this point.
Yeah, they opted to stay Bastion, which really doesn't do anything here.
No.
Shatter goes down straight into shield. Interesting decision there by Jaybird. Gets picked off immediately in the animation by the Bastion. Huge ult from Toxic Snipes, pulling off to...
Huge snipes.
Didn't think that ult did
H-bomb.
anything anymore, and then... Yeah, big snipes by H-bomb to clean up the fight. And Snowpacker goes down. And that will be second point, and they'll take it with only winning one team fight. Another dominant performance here by Salmon Flames.
The question is, do Demented switch off the Bastion here? Well, they can't. Interesting.
I can't get on the person I want. Wait, why am I in the wall? Help! Sorry, camera work. Alright. Alright, Navis does get a pick on H-bomb. 2 picks. Navis popping off. Really showing H-bomb that he can go toe-to-toe with him on the Widow. But Salmon Flames do clean up the fight anyway and finally pick off Navis in the backline.
Because of the stagger, there's gonna be like one fight and last point. Interesting to see that they still stick on the Bastion, even though it's not working for them.
And interesting that they're running it with a Roadhog.
Yeah.
Strange, but they have swapped to the Mercy now, which does make slightly more sense, and they have Nano for it as well. So we are likely to see, as H-bomb beats Navis in the Widow duel, the Bastion should be okay here, to be honest.
Yes.
Let's they clean up. Bastion gets 3, yeah. Should turn around and just pick off that feline. See if the Moira can get out. Nope, doesn't look like it. Huge. So yeah, that's a hold, but they did use some ults to do it. They have sights up shortly here, so that should help Navis in the Widow duel, which is happening, looks like, to the right of the point. Oh, Toxic Snipes picks off Navis on the Tracer.
It's getting rest though, so...
Before he can pop sights. Okay, sights is coming out from H-bomb, so we'll see what he can do here.
Oh.
Tries to get a hammer down Jaybird, but he needs to understand that hammering down a Bastion like that is never going to be functional. You will always get shredded.
Yep. Especially damage boosted by Mercy.
Yeah. As they're pulled together, Salmon Flames really high energy. We'll see if he can clutch up for his team here as he pushes forward. Flat Feline does save his fade to get out of that sticky situation. H-bomb does pick off Snowpacker. Damage boost comes out. That should spell the end for this push, as the damage boost in Bastion should just clean up. Does, with a few picks as they hold yet again. Only with Bastion ult. Oh, they'll have Valk and Nano and Roadhog ult. This is actually in the favour of Demented now, really coming forward and showing us what this how this comp is designed to work. As they take the Widow 1v1 again, Navis just looks like he's just going to get picked early again for probably the 4th time in a row here by H-bomb, as he really shows his Widow is one of his strongest heroes pushing forward here. Toxic Snipes tries to get in the backline to get early picks to try and deny any support going to the Bastion as they rotate round. Pulse Bomb lands on the Bastion. Does get picked off as Roadhog ult goes off. Should be enough to pick off Jaybird. That Roadhog ult isn't. Somehow Jaybird's alive.
He's still alive.
As Bastion ult pops off. Does go down though to Gherkin. Gherkin playing the Lucio, which is interesting. I hadn't spotted that before. As FaZe Demented is the only one on point. Looks like that will be it. So promising stuff on 3rd point by Demented. Navis probably doesn't want to take that Widow 1v1. As good as Navis is, H-bomb is probably the strongest DPS in the league, and trying to take that Widow 1v1 against him is always going to be a tough ask. So we'll see see what happens.
I mean, you mean H-bomb is the 2nd best DPS in the league after you.
Oh yeah, that, of course. Alright, answering some questions. I think we're playing tomorrow should be interesting. Penguin, wait, do we have a scrim tomorrow? Or a game? Apparently we're playing Impulse tomorrow. I guess Jay just hasn't told us, question mark? Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Struggling to get it sorted out with RK. Okay,
it's TPM player.
I guess so. I don't know.
What the fuck?
I don't think so. Spartan Enzio says Snowpacker plus beat equals never drop. That's a big oof from Snowpacker there.
Big oof, yes.
Not the best map for him. But Jesus Christ, Ezio, give the man a break. Yeah, Snowpacker's... What you gotta remember is Snowpacker's being jumped on by, like, the best players in the league. Tough. Okay, no, we're not playing each other. Okay, fair. I was just... I confused. It's fine. What about Flunky? I think H-Bomb is probably a better DPS player than Flunky. Call me crazy. I think Flunky is a close second. I mean third, obviously, behind me.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
Like Johansson is just out of this world.
H-Bomb coming in on the Doomfist. Toxic Snipes this time on the Widow. So we see Ryan Zarya, Lucio Moira. Toxic Snipes just beating Iron in that Widow 1v1. 2 new Widows this round, as we see. FaZe Demented comes up, tries to get the Power Driver. Doesn't get any extra damage for that ult charge. As Mark aggresses forward, but he's on his own. Will probably get punished here. Wrecking Ball comes in to try and support his main tank, but honestly, there's no way Mark gets away here. That was very aggressive by Mark. Very easily punished by Jaybird.
Oh, yes.
Good recognition from Jaybird that he could just free swing into him, knowing that he had more support behind him than the enemy Reinhardt. Navis goes down there, but FaZe Demented should be able to get out into safety as we push up here. So looking at the composition for Demented, running the Ryan Wrecking Ball is very interesting, especially for this map. And running the Soldier into a Widow is also an interesting choice. Running the triple support yet again without the Lucio.
Also, running a Hammond with a Reinhardt is like very interesting because the Hammond is a dive character, Reinhardt is not. So you don't really have good synergy between them.
I think there is a lot of synergy. I think you can get your shatters easier because a pile driver is the same as the Bob combo. I think displacing the enemy Reinhardt allows you to aggress on the middle of their like grouped up team comp if that's what they're running. It allows them to spread them out a little bit. I don't mind Ryan Wrecking Ball. I don't think it's the most meta thing in the game.
Also,
I think their problem is more the triple support without Lucio.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, they should get off the Zen and get a Lucio.
Or off the Ana.
Oh yeah, but I think they need the
one of them.
But the Enta is very good against the Moira.
Triple support is Brig Lucio plus one other, right? Like
yeah.
Big Shatter comes down and gets 3. Huge. Will pick off the Moira. As mines come down to give them that space in the middle of the point, just allows them to aggress here. Salmon Flames does pick off Navis. Big pick. Salmon Flames gets 2. Popping off here, Sam. Gets 3. Salmon Flames with a 3k. Just decimating the enemy team. See if it's enough to hold point for them. 4k from Salmon Flames. Popping off, dude. Popping off. Popping off. H-Bomb who? You know? Right. Pushing into the next fight. H-Bomb on the Doomfist. Still. We'll have his ult online here. Now they're running triple support with Winston Reinhardt.
Okay.
Zarya.
Interesting comp. That's for sure.
I don't mind Winston Goats, but you need the Lucio.
Yeah.
Winston Goats is okay because you just cleave the Reinhardt, right? Like more, which is fine. But you have to swap if you're running that, you can't have the Ana. Like that's got to be a Lucio, but that's okay. Trans comes in.
A Reinhardt with a Lucio is so
Doomfist ult comes down. Yeah, for sure. As H-Bomb is on point, just brawling away. See if he can do anything. Shatter comes down, doesn't get anyone. As it looks like Demented will cap first point here. Shatter comes down, didn't quite catch it. Doesn't look like anything got hit there. Grav comes out. H-Bomb sucked into Grav, does get picked off. Nano comes out on FaZe, and that should be first point.
It should be first point, yes. Well, yeah, they're not going to go for a touch.
Interesting, this composition from Demented.
That's for sure.
I think if H-Bomb just clicks the Reaper button, they just insta-lose because they have no Lucio to get away from him.
Yeah. No D.Va to
or D.Va, or in fact they have a Winston with a head the size of like everything. FaZe pushing forward.
Of Africa.
with his Primal Rage, trying to displace to give his team as much payload time as possible as they keep the Zen on payload. Very smart by them to just take this space. Clearly something they've worked on. FaZe Demented pushing into choke. Looks like he does get one. 2 picks go their way. FaZe does go down, but they don't mind losing the Winston because they have 2 main tanks to aggress with. Swapping the Winston for 2 lives is perfect play by the Winston from FaZe Demented. Clearly they have practiced this comp. I'm not sure how well it works in theory, but in practice they're not doing too badly with it.
It's also the fact that
Shatter comes out on spawn doors, doesn't get anyone. Interesting choice here. They are trying to go on here as the Tracer is just trying to contest. Salmon Flames does get one. We'll see if they can clear off H-Bomb before they push in. Big pin! Bubble comes off. Transcendence comes out to try and secure this fight, but the no picks going in the way of Demented. And FaZe Demented being left on his own, does get the nano though to stay alive. Toxic Snipes up top, just free firing. FaZe Demented really needs to get on him. H-Bomb does pick off Snowpacker, look, teaming the end. Toxic does get one as he's uncontested on high ground. I did warn about running these goat style comps on second point with all this high ground potential for Salmon Flames to abuse with their DPS players. Not running the D.Va is painful here. We'll see how Demented respond to this. Really last team fight for them. Otherwise, this will end in 4-0.
Yes. They do switch to the Lucio
Trying to
now,
punish the
but it's
Tracer.
a bit too late, I think.
We'll get Primal Rage up this fight, which is huge.
Oh yeah. Well,
we'll see if they can put any pressure on Toxic Snipes up top. Looks like he's going to. Putting pressure, forcing him onto the low ground. That's all he needed to do. Big shatter block there by Mark, and actually stunned by the brick was the block. Navis popping off with a stun on the Reinhardt. H-Bomb does get the Reinhardt and gets 2, both 2 tanks down. Toxic Snipes free firing from the high ground again. Primal Raging Winston didn't see the Widow up top, couldn't quite displace her yet again, and that just means that the DPS will continue to frag out. It's going to be very difficult to deal with that Widow on high ground, and point goes to H-Bomb, and Shatter comes in, and that'll be series.
Yes, it's 4-0.
Right,
to Salmon Flames.
So that is 4-0 to Salmon Flames. First 2 maps very close, could have gone either way.
Yeah, and after that, it's just a wipeout.
And then the following 2 very dominant performances by Salmon Flames. Who do we want to interview, chat? Spam names. Spam at Fishfacedgecko and then the name. You've got 30. I'll give you 30 seconds from now. Come on. Spam names. Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want, Fox? Epic Fox, Rapid Fox, Foxwolf, dude. Who do you want? Poggers.
Maybe. I'm thinking one of the DPS from Salmon Flames.
Okay, we will get George in because I have a scrim with him like in half an hour anyway. So
easy.
You want Sam? Penguin. Do we want to interview the losing team? Oh wait, no, that's the winning team, right?
Oh, yeah, they're throwing. Okay, let's go for Sam.
Misclick. All right.
Hello.
Awesome. How you doing, George?
Just unit in it. Yeah, I'm doing right. Isn't it very hard?
You're a little quiet, dude. You might want to say that again.
Yes, I'm doing all right. Thank you very much.
Good, good. How do you think that game went?
Easy clap. I literally licked my balls, but it went right.
Okay. Alright, I have invited Sam to get in here as well. We'll see if he joins.
Okay, come on.
Looks like there's the man himself.
Come on.
Dude, that 4K on Zarya, Sam. Popping off, dude.
Nice.
I actually did something.
That
Why
was
didn't you-
actually pog, dude. That
Did I
was so
MVP?
good. Like, I was literally cheering you on. Yes, you did, George. But like, quietly,
Boys.
because.
Unit.
What was your thinking when you saw them run triple support without the Lucio? Would be the first question. Is that something you're aware of and you were gonna try and punish, or were you just like, we're just gonna flick 2 random
Steamroll.
DPS and pop off. Yeah.
Sam, do you want to answer this question? I've got a really good answer.
Yeah, go for it. Answer. You
We
answer.
didn't look at the comp. We really didn't care what comp they were running. We didn't realise.
It's interesting because when they were
Not give
running.
away, man.
When they were running the more meta comps in the first 2 maps, it looks like you really struggled. That Reaper Hanzo on Hanamura, really, like, you got rolled really badly. Like, 3 team fights in a row. So the first 2 maps, and, like, both those 2 maps could have gone their way very easily. So it was only the latter 2 maps that you really established that dominance when they stopped running those meta high damage team comps and they swapped to Zen, Anna, Brig with Winston Reinhardt for reasons. I would want to ask what the thinking was behind that comp, because they played it well. It's clearly something they'd practiced, but the base power level of that comp just wasn't anything.
Yeah.
Watching it happen. What was your thoughts on the Widow duels that happened throughout the game? That's a question for George. Because every time they picked Widow, it was yeah.
When I played Widow, I only had 1 Widow duel. I killed him.
Oh, did you?
switched.
Okay.
But then
To be
Harry.
fair, yeah, I think it was Harry that was.
Yeah, but then
You
I had
and Harry really
Joseph
teaming up on their Widow.
still one.
He wants to be invited to this, so.
No, leave him. He's not allowed. I am MVP. Let me have my light.
Sam, was the substitution tactical, like bringing you in after Hanamura,
No.
after watching the highlights films? No.
He left.
Oh,
So-
okay. Well, I just noticed that you got along like.
No.
Okay.
He left.
Well,
I'm supportive.
cool. Blah, blah, blah. Do you have any questions, Epic?
Not really, no.
God damn it, dude. We need to fill like 5 more minutes, please.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about
I'll
goats?
describe goals easy.
What do you
He's dead.
think?
He's gonna be dead next. He's gonna be dead next patch. The
Oh,
Brigitte
yeah.
nerf. Oh, it's not really
Also-
Brigitte nerf. It's just shield nerf.
Did you
If you
see
have
the
any
new?
questions in chat, throw them in here.
Did you see the new armor nerf on PTR?
Yeah, they're gonna be fucked. Like, Brigitte's not gonna be as. He's gonna be dead basically because Zen
Yeah.
won't be as powerful.
Brigitte's basically only ever going to see play.
Yeah, Zen
goats, and that's it.
Zengalts won't be a thing though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'll
Definitely
be
won't.
Anagoats. I don't know. I think Zengoats is still okay
No,
against
no.
Anagoats.
No, but the thing is,
But I
when
think
the
it's
new-
only reserved for
when
that
the
new matchup.
No, when the new what's it called? The shield thing. What's gonna happen? Yeah, it'll be dead because the Zen will easily get armor off. Like, they won't have any armor.
Yeah, H-Bomb wants an invite. I'm just going to say nope and then put a heart and see what he responds.
Oh, okay.
How did
good
go?
choice.
Alright.
How did you get them?
Oh, yeah. Dude, the shatter battles that happen in that. Like, the
you
Rhyme
joking?
part. Like, I thought I was bad at blocking shatters, right? But both of you got so many big shatters. Like, what was happening? I'm so confused. Like, what was the thought process through that whole thing?
Basically, you press Y when you see the team. That's basically.
Pretty much it.
There's no
It's like
thought process. Really.
Just like Reaper, you press Y into the team and then die. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
I don't know if you saw, but on Hanamura, I thought the team fight was over, so I started emoting. Then I got killed by the Hanzo.
I did see that.
Yeah,
I did see that. I didn't comment
I
on
was
it.
confused at that.
I just
watching
left
I
it
was
to
really
be.
annoyed as well. I was like, oh. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yes.
Necleto, dude, if you have a question, don't type I have a question. You need to tell me the question. Like, what's the question, Reggie? like, I appreciate it, but like, type quickly because you got like a minute to get the question answered.
Really fuck 'em.
Why? Dan in Thunder said, "Why are we playing so late?" Well, that's I don't know. You guys are in a U team. That's a good
The
T
question.
was
Why are you
ready.
playing
My
so
team's
late?
usually ready.
They were all at
Playing
work.
late.
They were all at work.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Excellent.
want to leave for my tea, so you know what I mean. To keep tea prioritised.
H-Bomb is now. Okay, H-Bomb's apparently going to stuff me with fur because I won't give him an invite. Interesting. All right.
So why did you pick? Why did you pick me for MVP? Come on, give me some reasons.
Oh, I didn't. This is Epic's choice.
What?
I thought you
Epic,
were correct.
give me some reason. Oh yeah, fish. TV and get roll.
Oh yeah, okay, dude.
Okay, and bend them over. Make sure I put some stuffing in them, and then I'll insert. I'll insert that at that moment.
Epic, do you want to retract your MVP now that you said that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
real quick.
No,
Yeah.
you don't do
Alec,
that.
Alec goes. Let's
I
get
am the
Harry
best
in here.
player-
New
I am the
MVP.
best player to ever touch this thing. Grayson, everything.
Debatable.
That's it.
Debatable.
I will bum every team in this league.
Except
Me
TBM.
and my plat friends will bum you.
Nah.
All right. Well, you
Seriously.
guys are now actually top of the league on map differential. Winning that last map actually was the difference.
You. TBM lost the map. TBM lost the map.
We did lose a map. We lost our fourth map in the first week. So yeah. So currently there are 3 undefeated teams. You're one of them. Dude, I'll tell you what. How about you wait until week 11 when we can hard roll you? How's that, buddy?
Easy class. When I go
Easy
to
clap,
Metro
dude.
and focus mellow all game, you carry it. And I
Okay,
will
dude.
absolutely slap you up.
You can
Sure
focus
you
on
will,
I'll
buddy.
carry.
We'll see, dude. Yeah, we
No,
got Epic as well, dude. Right.
We'll give
Right,
that Harry
fine.
now. We'll give that Harry. It's just Harry. Me and Harry will bub you. Come on, Harry.
Anyone want to share some last thoughts? And by anyone, I don't mean George, I mean Sam, because he was the one we were supposed to be interviewing.
Hey, Harry, we will roll
Any
mellow
thoughts?
bellow. Easy clap.
With this discussion. No, everyone quiet, let me talk. Alright, you're telling me this George got playing
Alright,
the game.
thanks for watching the stream,
Our
boys.
call-
We're going to be ending
our
it here.
call-
Yes, boys.
Our
Thanks
call was
for- thanks for
literally,
watching.
oh, Harry's carrying, George goes